can speak the word of God. Glory to God. Hallelujah. You got to speak it until you see it. You don't see it until you speak it, but you speak it until you see it. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Don't look like it right now. But I'm not going out what I see, but I'm going out what God's word says. I'm going by God's word. And if he says that tells me, I'm going to stand on God's word. The problem is you're trying to figure out how God's going to do it. But God said, just speak the word. Glory to God. I'm going to bring you from here to there. Look at somebody and say, the Lord's going to bring you from here to there. Don't worry about the middle. Don't worry about the middle. Just take God at his word and know that God's going to do everything that he said. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I will share with you this quick word out of the word of God based on what we just said on tonight. But that's enough to celebrate right there. Glory to God. That's enough to celebrate right there. Great God. Success. Look at that success right here. Look at that success. Look at the sales also. I don't know what you see right now, but look at that success. Look at that success right here. The word has been spoken. And I believe God. I don't believe what the news tell me. I don't believe what society tell me. I don't believe what the school tell me. I believe what God has said. Hallelujah. So closing night for praise. Hallelujah. Now when it happens, don't be surprised.